we're starting! Don't forget to subscribe and like! It really helps us grow! Ash on the road, red lights ahead. Hands on the wheel, no words left unsaid. The city falls back like a broken chain. We roll through the sparks and the hot gray rain. I woke up wired with a storm in my chest. No clean escape, no easy rest. Leather on the seat, thunder in the floor. Every mile is asking me for more. The mirror holds ghosts that I won't obey. Their mouths keep moving but they fade away. Steel in the poles, dust in the air. I cut through the morning like I belong there. No halo, no warning, just a road that keeps calling. No sermon, no crown, just the sound going down. Turn it up, wheels awake, like the road, never break. Turn it up, blood and flame, ignition saints, remember the name. Remember the name. Remember the name. Oh, there's a white line splitting the world into one side. Old fear, one side, new truth. I keep my eyes where the horizon burns. Every hard lesson becomes my turn. The dashboard glows like a battle scar. The whole damn night lives inside this car. I don't need mercy from a quiet sky. I need the roar that tells me I'm alive. Turn it up, wheels awake, like the road, never break. Turn it up, blood and flame, ignition saints, remember the name. If the road gets cold, I'll heat it with my hands. If the map runs out, I'll make my own land. If the shadows crawl, let them crawl behind. I'm not built to disappear inside my mind. One spark, one lane, one breath, one Nobody gives you the crown. You take the road until it knows your name. promises truth. Choose carefully. Tired green glow, saying slow down, saying don't go. But I know the voice of a safe little trap. It sounds like sleep with a folding map. I got miles to eat and a song to bleed, a rust red hunger and a hard one need. The road stretches out like a wire pulled tight, and I won't trade motion for a quieter life. Let the signs keep talking, let the old fear call. I'm already moving through the next firewall. Exit signs, let them fall. Choose the distance, take it all. Exit signs, ash and light. We keep rolling through the fight. There's a diner fading in the left side glass, a soft lit place where the tired ones pass. I respect the rest, but it isn't mine. Not while the riff keeps cutting the line. The bass kicks hard like a boot on a door. The drums say more, more, more. Every mile that I don't surrender makes my heart a little less tender. Exit signs, let them fall. Choose the distance, take it all. Exit signs, ash and light. We keep rolling through the fight. I am not against the quiet, I just know what quiet costs. You can lose your whole fire, trying not to feel lost. So I keep the volume honest, I keep the windows wide. I let the road remind me what was buried still survive. Fall, fall, let them fall. Roll, roll, take it all. Exit signs, let them fall. Choose the distance, take it all. Exit signs, ash and lights. We keep rolling through the fight. Take it all through the fight. Burn the exit signs tonight. There's a prayer for the ones who keep moving. It doesn't sound holy. It sounds like this. Red marks blue. punching at the cage of bone like it knows the way, even when I don't. Redline, raise the sound. Redline, shake the ground. One road, one flame, drive through thunder, leave no shame. Maybe I'm running from a war inside. Maybe I'm chasing what the dead roads hide. Maybe the answer is a violent choir, four wheels turning under black and wire. Wow. Head steady, eyes clear, no panic, no fear. Redline, raise the sound. Redline, shake the ground. One road, one flame, drive through thunder, leave no shame. Leave no shame. Raise no shame. Raise the sound. Redline prayer. We're still out. Down, 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 down. There's a line where the sky gets torn. That's where we're going. I saw the horizon split like bone, a fire red wound over fields of stone. The engine answered with a savage hem, and I felt the whole world leaning in. No soft goodbye, no quiet prayer, just smoke in the lungs and wind in the hair. I've been too patient with a life half lit. Now the road opens wide and I run with it. No rear view verdict, no yesterday cage, just a hard right hand on a brand new page. Hammer down, horizon split, loud and blood, never quit. Hammer down, raise the spark, we bite the road and wake the dark. The hills roll out like a metal wave. I left my doubt in an unmarked grave. Every fence line snaps in the flashing sun. Every dead-end lie comes undone. I don't chase peace like a fragile thing. I chase the roar where the cables sing. The chorus hits and the miles ignite. 1,000 watts in the throat of night. Hammer down, horizon split, loud and blood, never quit. Hammer down, raise the spark, we bite the road and wake the dark. When the sky turns heavy, When the hope runs thin, I don't beg for silence, I let the noise begin. I was made from pressure, I was shaped by sound. I don't need permission when the hammer comes down, 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 down. Hammer comes down, 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 down. Shake the ground. Hammer down, horizon split, louder blood, never quit. Hammer down, raise the spark, we bite the road and wake the dark. Horizon split, never quit. Hammer down, till the sparks all hit. Steel rain. Oh. Steel rain falling on the hood. Same old fear, but it feels good. Headlights cut the empty plane. We ride the lanes of steel rain. Whoa! The storm came down with a hammer voice. Said turn around, said make a safe choice. But my bones were built from louder things, from cracked blacktop and rusted strings. Every drop hits like a snare in time. Every mile keeps sharpening the line. I see no crown in standing still, so I feed the roar and bend my will. The road won't save me, the road won't care. But when the riff comes crashing, I know I'm there. Steel rain, lane by lane, hold the line, feed the flame. Steel rain, louder now, we don't fold, we don't bow. There's a curve ahead like a crooked grin. There's a voice in the dark saying let me in. But I learned the cost of letting fear steer. It parks your soul for another year. So I grip the night with steady hands. I make my peace with moving lands. The thunder rolls like a battle drum, and I sing back hard until morning comes. Steel rain, lane by lane, hold the line, feed the flame. Steel rain, louder now, we don't fold, we don't bow. It starts in the hands, then it moves to the blood, then the road knows. Slow. I don't need a reason when the speakers glow. Every mile gets a lighter, every chord cuts clean. I'm alive in the pressure of the moving machine. No quiet hymn, just the throttle singing under my skin. the dirty glass. The bass line rolls like a sermon deep. Waking the parts I try to keep asleep. I don't yield to the weight I carry. I don't bow to the hope I bury. I let the cymbals break the spell and drive straight through my private hell. Throttle church, choir of wheels, rusty lightning, make it real. Throttle church, sing it loud. We rise in motion, not in clouds. Every tunnel has a mouth, every echo has a name. Every heart that keeps moving can turn pressure into flame. I don't need clean hands, I don't need white walls. Give me one loud chorus and the courage when it calls. Please, roar, rise, more. Throttle church, choir of wheels, rust and lightning, make it real. Throttle church, sing it loud. We rise in motion, not in clouds. Sing it loud, make it real. Choir of wheels, Throttle church. Something's talking under the floor. Not a warning, a memory. Ghosts in the gearbox grind their teeth. Old voices caught underneath. They say Turn the volume up! Last mile thunder in the floorboard bones, 10 songs deep and still not home. The road behind is a ribbon of fire. The road ahead climbs a little higher. I got dust on my voice and smoke in my lungs, but the loudest part is just begun. No soft fade, no closing door. We came for the raw, so give me more. The sky is heavy, the lights run thin, but the final chorus is where we begin. Last mile, loud sky, hold the line, rise high. Last mile, one more roar, we leave sparks on every door. On every door. Every track before was a tire mark burned. Every hard left turn was a lesson learned. The mirrors shake, the speakers crack, but nothing in me wants to turn back. I see the dawn with the steel blue blade, cut in the dark that the long road made. My heart keeps time with the kick and snare, like a war drum rolling through open air. Last mile, loud sky, hold the line, rise high. Last mile, one more roar, we leave sparks on every door. When the fuel runs low, when the hands feel numb, when the world gets quiet and the doubts all come, remember the thunder, remember the flame, remember the road that remembered your name. One more mile, one more sound, one more fire from the ground. Last mile, loud sky, hold the line, rise high. Last mile, one more roar, we leave sparks on every door. One more roar, rise high. Last mile thunder in the loud sky. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel and smash that like button.